Hello everyone, Chocolate Roberto here for another video review. This time we have the Wagon Wheels Orange. Yeah, so basically, I've never reviewed Wagon Wheels actually. It's in my backlog pile. It's been about 3 years I think, so it's pretty much out of date. But yeah, this is the orange version basically, so it's a new one, even though it's not really... Well, I think it's new, I'm quite sure it's new, but yeah, it's not labelled as new anyway, so interesting one. So as you don't know, Wagon Wheels is basically like a sort of, it looks like, well, it's basically meant to look like the wheel of a wagon, so it's circular, quite thin, and basically chocolate covered marshmallow. Yeah, and I think there's a biscuit bottom to it. Biscuit bottom, no, biscuit filled with mallow and orange flavoured jam and covered with white. Biscuit filled with mallow and orange flavoured jam and covered with chocolate flavoured coating. It's chocolate flavoured as well, so bear that in mind. Actually, not actually chocolate. It's probably because it's not got enough cocoa solids or something in it to be labelled as chocolate. There you go. Yeah, they do that a lot in the US, I've noticed. Everything's chocolate flavoured. It's a funny one, isn't it? You know, Reese's and things like that, I believe. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'm sure they're labelled as chocolate flavoured as well. There's some products anyway. Yeah, so the regular ones don't have orange in it, I don't think. They just, I don't think did they just have jam in? I'm not even sure. I can't recall now. It's been a while since I've had them now, actually. I think they're just empty, I think it's just marshmallow in the middle. Yeah, so an interesting one, these ones. Yeah, so speaking of my other reviews, and hopefully I'll get the regular Wagon Wheels reviewed soon. In this con you'll see a playlist to all my other reviews, so after you've liked this video and subscribed to my channel, hopefully you will, please feel free to click on that link up there, be there throughout the video. You know, it might disappear, but if you hover over it, it'll appear. And yeah, can view all my other videos. As I say, I've done about 670 at the moment, so lots of reviews there. I also do a Patreon and YouTube member program going on, so if you want to see exclusive videos, click up there as well. Show you how to do it. Yeah, and hopefully, yeah, be really appreciated. Anyway, so enough of all that, on to the review. Yeah, so as I say, these are basically just orange flavoured. Well, basically a wagon wheel with an orange jelly in the middle, orange jam, I think it's described as, which you can see on the front there. And it's a bit of a no frills product, so I think it's been around for a while. It's just one of those that's just been around for ages, and I guess it's like a sort of, you know, just a steady seller really. I don't think it's very overly exciting or anything, or it's, you know, it's never really changed much over the years, but yeah, I don't know, it's just been there for ages, and yeah, it's just still there now. There's epic inside as well. Yes, it's the legendary experience of biscuit, mallow, jam and a chocolate flavoured coating. That's what it says on the side there. I think it looks quite nice. So I think there's 6 in here, I think it says. Burton's Biscuits, we'd love to hear from you with comments and suggestions. Because we care, no artificial colours, flavours, sweeteners, GM ingredients, hydrogenated fats. It says film, don't recycle. We've got per wheel, it's 163 calories, 5.2 grams of fat, 3.6 of which are saturates. Per 100 grams, it's 416 calories, 13.3 grams of fat, 9.3 of which are saturates. So we're not too bad. So 163 calories, 5.2 grams of fat, 3.6 of which are saturates. Allergy advice, yeah, got a big red thing here. It says look at stuff in bold. So it's got milk, metabisulfate, soya and wheat. Right, yeah, interesting. Okay, I think it looks very nice. Very obviously, you know, orange there, so it's clearly got orange in it. Yeah, I think we should give it an open. Let's do it. Okay, once I give these orange wagon wheels an open, yeah, the wagon wheels orange, whichever way you want to say it. So there are some flourishes here, you know, I don't know. Let's see, what's it with the flourishes? It's about 27 centimetres. So obviously you're going to get, it looks like to be 2 centimetres extra on each side. So yeah, so I reckon each wagon wheel is probably about 8 centimetres wide, probably. But we'll see. Probably less than that. Okay, so there we go. So we do get 6 in here, I think, by the looks of it. Let's see. Yeah, they do look to be. Okay. Yeah, so what have we got in here? These are sort of, as I say, flourished as well, but yeah, they are about 8 centimetres actually. As well, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so here we are. So yeah, look quite nice. Got biscuit filled with mallow and orange flavoured jam and covered with chocolate flavoured coating. Not for individual resale. Yeah, that's what they look like. So they're quite. Yes, they do have flourishes on them, but they're quite compact. Nothing too much on the back. Yeah. Okay, let's move the others aside. give one an open. There we go. So yeah, there we are. So yeah, so it's not flat, as you can see. It's a bit like it's fallen over to one side. The two halves clearly pressed together, and yeah. So let's give it a quick measure. I say it's so the diameter is roughly. Yeah, it is about, well, it's about 7.7, 7.8 centimetres. With the packet it was 8 centimetres, but I think we can give it that, 8 centimetres. It's about it's about 1.4 centimetres high, 1.5 almost. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So you can see there's some orangey goodness coming out of the side there. You can see it's clearly two halves put together. I can't really say what it looks like as opposed to the front of it, because it's, well, without taking the top off, which we'll probably do in a minute. In fact, yeah, let's do it now. Where have I got my, well, will it just happen? Can you just coax it off? Can almost. Be careful. Okay. Alright. Just be careful. Yeah, broke a bit. Basically, the top is not stuck to some of it, and it's stuck to other parts of it as well. So it's a bit. Okay, so I got a bit of it off, but it's kind of cracked after I got so far. So probably kind of need the knife. So yeah, to coerce it a bit more. Yeah, as you can see. Okay, so we got the top off for the most part. So just separate this last bit. There's like a weak point where the jam got through and stuck to the top. Okay, alright, yeah, so here we go. So you can see there where the jam's sticking out there, so that's where it kind of stuck to the top and caused it all to fall apart really. I think it would have come off otherwise. But yeah, so that's what you got. So you can clearly see like there's a chocolate layer on top. It's got a bit of the jam in there, quite thick, and yeah, marshmallow there with that disc at the bottom. So obviously biscuit. I think, is that the biscuit there? Is that chocolate? I'm not sure really. I don't know. It might be just, yeah, it might be a biscuit actually. That maybe the biscuit's on the top. Let's have a look through as well, so we can try and. I think it's got a sort of more biscuit at the bottom as well. Yeah. It looks like to me that the jam is only really in that one bit. Yeah, so if I take it off, not sure. It does seem to be in some places, but I've took it off here. Yeah, so here's the marshmallow. You can see that I think the jam is only in that one section, and I think there's some bits that split it up, but that might be from a knife. I'm not sure. You can see there's a bit of a plonk there, and then. Yeah, I'm not sure really. Very sticky. It's clearly is found in other parts of it, you know, but yeah. Alright. So dissected, and I think there's a thicker biscuit maybe at the bottom as well, at the top. So it's got sort of two biscuit discs at the top and bottom, covered in chocolate. Or chocolate flavoured coating. Yeah, okay. So the orange, unclear as to just how much orange it is. It looks a bit like an egg as well, which is a bit weird, isn't it? You know, it does look a bit like an egg. Yeah, fried egg. Not quite got it back in properly, but yeah, it does look a bit. Yeah. Well, if you like eggs, I think it'll be appetising, but I'm not sure. Yeah, not what you want for your chocolate product, maybe. But you don't normally see it like this, of course. All right, so it's debatable as to whether there's much orange other than in that one little dot. Okay, I've just washed my hands just to make it a bit easier on to handle the ruler. So yes, let's measure the thickness of the marshmallows. It's about, I mean, obviously it stretches a bit, so we have to bear that in mind. But it's about 4mm thick, maybe 3.5 to 4. You know, the top biscuit with the chocolate coating, chocolate flavour coating, is about 3.5 as well, millimetres. Bottom's a lot thicker, and of course it would be difficult for me to really, well, it does have a lip on it, so it's probably, I imagine actually it'll be the same. You know, it's got a bit of a lip. I can't see them producing two types of biscuit disc. Well, they'll just use the same one, won't they? I mean, you know, it'd be very silly to not do that. But it does have sort of holes at the top, and you can see there's holes in that biscuit. I couldn't see them in the other one, but then I think that might be more present on the other side. I think it's the yeah. So I think this is kind of like the reverse side to that. So there might be those dimples in the top. But what with the chocolate covering, I can't see it. Yeah, unless there are some hints at it. Yeah, there's something there that looks a bit like a hole. It's come through a bit, but maybe you can make that out. Not sure. All right, let's give it a taste. Let's do it. Right, okay, once I gave these Wagon Wheels orange a taste, I'm going to open a new one because I dissected the one. It won't be fair to sample that one. Let's give it a try. Okay. Yeah, so I've got the a full one here, a full fat one, so that's so you see, it's a bit lopsided like the other one was, but I think it's just the way it's been placed on top, and the mallow probably is hot or whatever, and it just slides off a bit. But okay, so a bit worried that the orange is only in one place in the marshmallow. I think that's the gist of it really, but it could be slightly spread around. It could be in between the marshmallows. Well, it's hard to say. You know, yeah. Well, let's find out. Let's give it a taste. A bit like remind me of tea cakes. These they're very much I think based on them really, because they've got sort of, you know, the tea cakes. I don't know if you know what they are, but they're sort of like I'd say that's like a sort of bottom, like a sort of biscuit at the bottom with a dome of marshmallow covered in chocolate, and sometimes with a fruity filling in the marshmallow as well. This definitely seems to be a bit of a take on those. I think that must be what they're based on. It seems to be very similar. Generally, if I'm biting it, it's okay. You know what I mean? I think these are okay products. They're not blaze socks. They're just like a different take on the tea cake. They really are. And I think I probably think I would prefer tea cake. I think just the proportions for those are a bit better. It's definitely like a unique taste. It's a bit salty then as well for some reason. I don't know why just in one bit I have. Now I've still not really got. I think I'm about to get to the orange part. I'm not really getting any orange at all. I don't think. I think no, because I'm looking for it. I've sort of tasted something slightly orangey, but I don't think if I was looking for it, I would have known it was orange at all. Yeah, there we go. So the orange is just concentrated in one part. Which again is a bit like a tea cake that has it just in the centre. Whereas in this one it doesn't really work because when you bite it, you know, it's not really the same kind of thing as a tea cake. You expect the orange to be more prominent than it is. I don't think it's a great orange either. You can't really taste it, and it's a bit what's it described as? Yeah, that orange was very difficult to taste, and it wasn't that great when I did taste it. Let's just try. I've got the mallow from before. What does it taste like? It tastes a bit orangey, but it tastes a bit orangey, but I'm not sure what it really. It tastes like something else. Something else I've tried, like another bar or something. But I got this one from before as well, where I dissected. I'm just going to taste that bit. I mean, Burton's they mainly make biscuits, and I think it's yeah. It tastes to me like it's been something from a biscuit, really, like a jammy Dodger or something like that. It's that kind of different type of orange that you would normally get, specifically in a biscuit product rather than a chocolate bar or something. It just tastes a bit different, you know. It's because it's the flavouring is used to make a more of a solid centre like that of a jammy Dodger. Yes, I think it's I don't think this is that great, really. I mean, if you like Wagon Wheels, I think it's pretty much Wagon Wheel, just with a little bit of jam, orange jam in the centre at some point that you might encounter. When you do, you might not really notice it that much. You know, it's got that sort of soft biscuit top. It's very soft, this biscuit. I'd say it is that pretty much from a tea cake. So it's all that. It's all basically a tea cake. It's just a different style of tea cake, really. These Wagon Wheels. That's basically what they are. I think for me, I do prefer the tea cake. I like basically you can bite off the sort of mallow top, you know, and eat that part and have the biscuit bottom. And you can't really do that with these. Yeah, for better or worse. I don't know. I think the marshmallow's okay. It's not very fluffy. It's quite solid and. It's not quite as fluffy as it is in a tea cake either. It's quite sort of solid, sort of stretchy. Did break then, of course, but yeah, I feel like in a tea cake it's a bit more fluffy. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm not a big fan of these. I think these are okay. Nothing not really a wow product. I don't think. I think that's probably why they're just there, because people buy them and they're good to put in a lunchbox or something. For kids to go to school, but I think they're a bit Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that. I think they're just sort of. It just got a slightly bigger. They sort of fill a gap really, but yeah. Who these ones? The orange is disappointing. It's only in one part of the wagon wheel. It's not that strong here when you do get there. I think the wagon wheel itself is a bit disappointing, as I say. I think it's. I know there are people who like it and things, but I don't think it's. I don't know. I just think I'd rather have a tea cake, really. So there's quite a bit of a salty taste to the biscuits as well. The chocolate's hard to sort of taste specifically. It's quite thick around the edge. It's got this sort of lip. But as you can see, it's still not that thick. The biscuit points out a bit. And fills a lot of that gap, which I think might be chocolate. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think all the flavours are quite bland, really. I don't think it's that great a product. I know, as I say, there are lots of people who swear by wagon wheels, but I don't know. I'm not really a big fan. I don't think. I mean, after experiencing this, and I can't see the regular ones being. I haven't had them for a long time. I can't see the regular ones being much different, because I say the only difference being is there's a bit of an orange gloop, orange jam in one part of it, and that's only in one little part. It doesn't fill the whole wagon wheel as well, which is disappointing as well, really. You expect it to be like a layer of jam at the bottom, rather than just a blob at some point, or at the top, just a layer throughout it. And I think that's what it should have done. So it's disappointing for that. And I say it's not as good as a tea cake either. There are tea cakes with flavoured jams which are in the direct centre, easier to find and just work a bit better because of the size of the tea cake and things. I think this is quite disappointing, really. I think anyway, wagon wheels, I don't think they'd be that great. But even if you do like wagon wheels, I think this one is still disappointing for what it's meant to be, which is an orange flavoured wagon wheel, because the orange is only in one part of it, and rather than just spread around on the bottom, which is what it should be, and I think that would work a lot better. And when you do find the orange taste, it's not a great orange taste either. It's quite weak, and also it's a bit more reminiscent of the kind of orange flavour that you would find in, say, in another biscuit like a Jammy Dodger, if that flavouring was orange. So it's that kind of, it's a different kind of taste than a chocolate orange or whatever you would normally expect. And I don't think it works very well in this product. But it might be typical of other tea cakes with jam in them. So there is that, I guess. Maybe it's being consistent, but I think for me this is a 2 out of 5. I mean, it's just a bit disappointing with the orange part. It doesn't deliver at all there. So I think that's really a bad point, because it's it's labelled as being sort of, wagon wheels orange. It's very much orange, and orange is what it's about. It should just be like a layer of jam, orange jam on the bottom or the top, so you get it throughout the biscuit. But it isn't, and then it's not that great anyway. And I think the wagon wheel itself is not overly great. I just think the proportions for me are better in a tea cake. Just having that more marshmallow, the shape of it, and the biscuits as well. I think being a bit more just prominent at the bottom of it rather than at the top and the bottom, which is the case here in the wagon wheel. It's just at the bottom in a tea cake. So basically, I have a biscuit, sort of circular biscuit with a big mound of marshmallow, a big bubble of it, and then it's covered in chocolate. That's what the tea cake is. Whereas in this one, so you got sort of like biscuit and a bit of marshmallow in the middle, and then covered in chocolate or chocolate flavouring, or something, or chocolate flavoured something. What do they describe it as? Chocolate flavoured coating. Yeah. So I just think it's a bit bland, really, and the biscuit isn't very nice. I say it works well in a tea cake because it's just there's not as much of it, but in this one there's more of it, and it's just a bit too much really for such a bland, dry, nothing of a taste to it. But as I say, in a tea cake, it works because of the proportions. A lot more marshmallow, a lot less biscuit, you know, and it just works. It's just nice to have that bit at the bottom. A bit of a novelty because it's quite a different tasting biscuit. But in here, because it's the main thing, you soon tire of it. And the marshmallow's a lot softer, I think, in a tea cake, from what I remember anyway. And this one's quite solid. Yeah. So yeah, 2 out of 5. A bit disappointing, as I say, disappointed with the orange as well. So 2 out of 5. Okay, guys, let me know what you think about these and what you think of wagon wheels in general and tea cakes, things like this, what you prefer, and whether you'd even considered that this is basically just a tea cake. Yeah, let me know. Leave a comment or free. Subscribe to my videos. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram as well. Another YouTube member program. Check that out, and Patreon if you can. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Bye for now. See ya.